Backstrom? Yeah, I can't pronounce things. Who cares? I believe he 5-0'd with it last week. Might have been this week. I don't know. The deck's pretty interesting to me. Like, I'm in love with Treasure Map. I think Profane Procession's a really sweet card. Uh, I don't know what I feel about these cats. I've told myself I would never play Gideon's Intervention, but yet I am. So clearly I don't know what I'm doing. Then we have this Immortal Sun thing, which I don't really know when I want this card either, but we're gonna find out. Hey, Mr. Fox, what's up? This deck seems. I probably should have looked at it before I agreed to play it because now it confuses me. But we're just gonna approach some folk. Yeah. Well, we have mana and we have spells. It's already better than I have most days that I play. Wonder what leads with Efferhub on turn one. Hopefully it's cool, James. I have no idea how fun it'll be, but we're gonna find out. I think it was better to use a Baffling End on that. Use the mana a little bit better. Hey, JJ, thank you so much for the resub, man. 7 months. It's a big, big number. I highly, highly appreciate that. I wonder if I'm supposed to cycle these. Hmm. What is in their deck to get? Gonti's kind of cool here. Ooh, Profane Procession probably crushes from here. I don't know, maybe it's too slow. Feel like I want to use this for something, but like that's what I would get, and I'm not sure if it's worth getting that. Just not sure if it's worth getting that at all. I'm gonna find out. Search your library for a card. Search from outside the game, I guess. That way we can leave the one in our library in our library. I feel like this card has to be good here, especially if I'm being mana screwed. This seems reasonable to me. Not actually sure. Alright. Probably willing to cycle one of these at this point. Might hit a cast out, so we'll do it before the counter goes on. That's a good amount of damage though. It's like basically putting me at 7. They have a green mana now. I guess we take it from this one. It does more damage. Crushed by Blossoming Defense. Alright, well, that could be a game costing mistake by me. JK. We now no longer care about it. So we're going to go to 1 and we die to another one of these. Guess I don't want to die to another one of those, so I'm just going to use Vraska's Contempt, right? Of course, the land would still do the same thing here. There's a land. Oh wow, he doesn't have anything. Look at their hand and take a card? Yeah, Jade Light Ranger and 2 removal spells. Deal. This Profane Procession didn't do anything, did it? So maybe like getting to Profane was bad? I think I updated both the deck lists. I guess this is something. Well, we're not dying to any creature that isn't Winding Constrictor. Which is actually kind of bad, because that means he's probably not casting any creature that's not Winding Constrictor, and we just die the second he casts Winding Constrictor. Yeah, so we're just dead now. I feel like I punted this game. There's like no way to beat it with this, is there? I feel like I punted that game. Like, masterminding for a profane's probably just lost me the game. Not profaning main phase could have lost me the game too. I'm not sure. I like cards like this in these matches. Still think profane's good though. Profane feels like it has to be good to me. I think I want this. I think I just played that match badly. Hey, we have the card we needed all last game. And now we have a very, very slow draw. Could get buried by some like quick interaction early. I think this card was pretty good here. The old scoops punt. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I just played that game bad. I think we were supposed to win that game 1. I can put most things on the bottom of the library right now that aren't exactly a land. He's got a blossoming defense. I guess he just has it. I guess we'll keep that. It's not a land, though. Still have to try to kill the Winding Constrictor, so. Guess that was a play mistake. I should have scryed first. Okay, ended up not mattering, but I still should have. So game 1, I think I punted off. In game 2, we've just missed a bunch of land drops. Still not dead, though. There's Fumigates and stuff in the deck. I don't think I keep a Walking Ballista where he's at in the game, but... think I'm supposed to cast out this. I feel like if he has a Winding Ballista there, that like he probably has another Naturalize or like something. Maybe not. Maybe he just has no more things. Well, we have no answer to anything else. So a big 8-8 comes down and destroys us at this moment in the game. Oh, that comes down and destroys us too. How good is that right here? Doesn't feel to me like our opponent best used that card. Maybe he's got another in his hand or something? Yeah, giving it a try. I have no idea if it's any good or not. I think we punted game one, but I think we've played this game okay. So we're going to take at least 5 more damage this turn, and then next turn we're going to play a Scavenging Grounds on approach and have a Chromatic Compass up. Actually put the defense in his graveyard, which was kind of odd. Huh. Guess we can't use it, so we'll just go ahead and play this. Need to draw a Fumigate. So we're gonna take like a bunch of damage this game if we don't, or turn if we don't draw Fumigate or approach next turn. We pretty much just lose. Fumigate or approach either one, I think pretty much guarantees we win though. Can we survive? Yeah, we're just dead then, right? What the fuck, JJ? What the shit? That's way the heck too much. You're insane. What the hell? Just realized we don't have enough mana to actually activate that, do we? So we are just dead on board then? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And that. We're just dead on board because we don't actually have to. Christ, JJ. Absolutely Christ. Holy. Thank you so much. So if we spend these two. Maybe I should have Field of Wounded sometime in this game. I don't think I can do anything here. I don't think I can draw anything either. Only have 3 mana untapped. I guess we could draw a Fatal Push, maybe? So, like, we're not dead. We could untap whichever one's the biggest one, so assume he puts it on this. Then Fatal Push that. We still die. We can't exile a creature. We don't have 4 colored sources of mana. We've only got 3 colored sources of mana. I highly appreciate it, JJ. That is absolutely crazy, though. Thank you so much. I guess we just have to pass the turn. Well, let's look at our deck list. We're not super familiar with our deck list. Maybe we can find something here. So if we spend 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in that, we basically have 2 mana plus that. So we have 2 to 3 mana. What can we do? Doomfall doesn't do it. We could get a Baffling End and use it on the big one, then untap one, and we still die to the other 2, no matter how he does it. Maybe Fatal Push? Fatal Push has to be the only thing we can do then, right? So we Baffling End the big one, untap one, we're still dead. So it's got to be Fatal Push. It has to be Fatal Push. So we tap 1, 2, 3, use that, we get 1 back, then we tap 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we can't even really use Fatal Push if he uses the Hashtag Oasis correctly. That kind of sucks I punted game 1. I felt really good about this game too. So he's using it on that. We just don't have an out then. If he'd used it on something else, maybe we would have had an out, but who knows. Just don't have any out. I just want to see if we would have hit it because it's fun. But we're tapped out, so we'll be tapped out in the end, so like it doesn't do anything. But yeah, we didn't have an out. There's no Moment of Craving or anything in the deck. Well, that sucks. I felt like that's probably one of our better matches, and I think I punted game 1. Not actually sure what I did game 2 either. I felt like I was in great shape game 2. Like replaying. Sorry if I'm like kind of not talking a whole lot right now. JJ kind of like took my breath away with that massive donation, and like I'm confused about the game on top of that. I feel like I had to punt that game. Just don't exactly know what I did. I know probably what I did game 1. Still just trying to figure out how I kind of lost game 2. Alright, let's stop living in the past and just start focusing on what's going on right now. And tell JJ we appreciate it again. Thank you so much, JJ. Oh, I didn't even notice that Thundermo hosted me for 150 viewers, so I've kind of like just been sitting here confused. I apologize to Thundermo's viewers and Thundermo himself. I had a pretty large donation just then, and the game of Magic that I just played like kind of confused me. I wasn't actually sure how I lost it. It was like kind of like going over the game in my head, but like that doesn't help to stream at all. I highly apologize. Sup Nar or no? Sorry. And hello. Yeah, I can't pronounce your name. Chris. Yeah. What's up? Don't arrest me, bro. I'm sure I want one of these cards at some point. He took the one I wanted. I'm surprised that we've been kind of having a little bit of color issues. Hey, that's a good idea, James. I don't think I posted that I was streaming tonight. Thank you, James, because I definitely think I'd forgotten about that tonight. Another dress. Yes, no, I have a Mana Traders account. I'm kind of glad you took that card since I'm not smart enough to know what I was going to call with it anyway. I do have a Mana Traders account. I got lucky and got during the holiday for Christmas they gave a Christmas and the New Year they gave a giveaway, and I won a year subscription to their $35 plan. So that's what I use right now. I actually sold all of my standard cards on top of that. I highly recommend it. I know Matt's had some bad experiences with it, but it's been absolutely amazing for me. Like I had the $10 subscription long before I got the free one that I won, and I absolutely loved it. Another dress. I'm playing Andy Gray 75. I've made no changes to it at all. Um, he's just a better player than me. We've not tuned or worked on this deck. We just net decked him. But we're on his 75. If you have currently no cards, the $10 one probably won't get you too many decks. Um, you can go to this website and get like a general idea of what the decks cost that you might want to rent. But like you can see that like when it comes to some of the more top end decks, they're all pretty much in like the 250 to 350 range. Online prices. So like 300, 250, 300, 200. You can get some decks cheap, but like most of them are in the 250 to 350 range. So you for the most part kind of need. I mean, it depends on what deck you're going to want to play, but if you want to play some of the more robust decks in the format, you probably need at least a $35 account. It's a good website though. Well, I like it. I mean, not everybody does, so. Yeah, Chandra, Phoenix, and Hazard are all pretty expensive. So that compass is doing a lot of work. Well, we can't deal with that. So I guess this is probably kind of at least close to the Ali and Trazi build. That's cute. This is a send in a bottle. That entertains me. The city's blessing in a bottle. I guess I can't block with everything. I just have to throw a cat under it. It's too easy for him to have a removal spell and like completely blow me out. Just gonna have to set back on these arches and hope that they're enough. We're playing the black-white control approach deck that Andrew Breckstrom 5-0'd with. He's playing at least a similar deck to the Ali and Trazi list. I don't know if it's the exact 75 or anything. Hey Ricky, what's up, man? Right on time. Right on time, Baffling End. I don't know, maybe it's worth it to go ahead and use one of these. I don't know, he's got a bunch of Doom Balls. Probably. I don't know his deck list off the top of my head, so. Okay. I think we punted round one pretty hard. Oh crap, I gotta get this back up here and pay our tribute to JJ. No, stop killing us, opponent. Opponent's down to 3 cards now, though. That's actually kind of good, because now you can attack with the Hostile Desert, too. The Spires? Which one is Spires? I don't really attack with this deck, so I don't think I care about this card at all, do I? I'm pretty sure I'm just going to use this on this. Like, this deck really only does... This, if I win this match, it's probably going to be with Approach of the Second Sons, right? The only things we even have to attack with are, like, cats. Like, we're not really attacking. Guess he can protect this from Settled Wreckage or something? We'll probably find another Field of Runes before that matters, though, won't we? I'm obviously not an expert at this deck. This is the first time we've ever picked this deck up, so I could definitely be wrong. Treasure Map's not a bad card. We have enough mana to use it and draw a card, which is kind of nice. Oh, it doesn't? So it's not exactly... Okay, cool. It's not exactly Maze. I didn't know that. I know Maze you can do it on your own creatures. It's Jonathan, and I cannot pronounce your last name, but I'm going to say Sudinkus? You're definitely a celebrity. Who doesn't know who you are? I think that was at least close to your last name. I even noticed that you'd played Green Red in the last Ilmos CS monthly. Oh, so there's no D. I was close. I was close. I'm proud of myself for being close. I remember when you used to stream. You should like do that more. We like watching you. And then scry? Oh, I don't. I like the Candios list pretty good. I think it's actually pretty strong. Uh, I'll believe you. You should never stream again. Jabber used to stream a little, but he's kind of got a bad internet connection, so he doesn't stream too much at all. I miss Jabber streams though. Jabber was good people. Are you going to Memphis? Should draw first, then scry. All right, I'm down. Hey, that's an approach. Probably fairly decent here. Ooh, come on! You don't need a job. You just need to stream full time, man. That was a play mistake. I should have scried during my upkeep. So that was kind of bad of me. I don't know how much it matters, but it was definitely bad of me. Tidings and blue. That's fair. That's fair. So approach is currently 7 cards down. Yeah, no, I believe you. I believe you. We will continue doing it like that. Yeah, well, I don't want that card. So we know it's 6 cards down. Get off here, Moto. Actually, just going to write it somewhere else so we don't have to put up with that. It would be 5 cards down now. Can't think of anything I would cast here, so might as well just pass turn. I guess that's not true. I would cast a Mastermind, right? Trade me your processions. You are a procession fan, that is true. What the world's he casting now? I didn't know his deck. Oh, that's a good card. It's not a good. That's not a fast enough card to matter at this point. We got definitely learning this deck as we go. That's 4 cards down. It'll be 3 cards down on our draw step. That was a probably a play mistake too. So it's 2 cards down. I'll just draw it next turn. We had enough mana that we could have played Mastermind and Approach this turn though, so it was worth drawing this turn. But we know we draw Approach next turn. It'll be our draw step for the turn. Could Fatal push that, but I'm too lazy. Certainly didn't expect to win this game after he cast like 3 duresses by turn 5 or 6 or whatever. This deck's pretty fun. Alright, so you said to draw first, then scry. Not that it matters because we know what the second card's approach. Unless I miscounted. I guess I miscounted. I have no idea where I miscounted, but whatever. Have no idea where I miscounted. Alright, so I don't know opponent's deck list particularly well, but like I can't imagine that any of these things are bad versus him. Can't imagine these being particularly good. I could cheat and go look up his list on like Star City because I'm pretty sure he's playing at least close to what Aliantrazi got third or top 4 with. But guess that's not even cheating. I'm just real lazy. Like I'm about as lazy as it comes. People trying to stop me from being lazy. I guess this card's not that great versus them. It looks like Fatal Push is absolutely worthless. If a card's removed from the game, can you get it with Mastermind? Bring in Immortal Sun. Drawing extra cards is probably pretty good. So you can't. Alright, that makes sense then. I think I want any of this stuff. You just Lost Legacy as Lost Legacies? It used to be part of it though, right? Because for some reason I feel like you used to be able to do that. I'm almost positive at one point you used to be able to do that. Because for some reason I feel like we used to like cunning. I feel like back in the day we used to cunning wish for things that had been removed. That sounds good enough to keep. Really thought that we used to cunning wish for those cards back in the day. Oh God. This card's just probably not beatable, so we probably have to take it first, and then like worry about the other stuff later. So I get the next castable one. I like tap 2 then. Oh God, no, why? Why? Why do you have to make everything ugly? There we go, that's better. He's got his 8-drop in his hand. And a Naturalize. No! That makes me sad. Means we're probably losing our Lost Legacy. I don't want to lose this Lost Legacy. We're gonna Lost Legacy Sandworm Convergence if, probably. If he doesn't take it. I'm gonna assume one of his podcasts, but, like, doesn't he do a podcast with, like, Frank Lepore or somebody? Or didn't he used to? Yeah, I thought he would take that card. I think our sideboard that I even want. Can that get to approach later, but not now, right? Wonder if I should have left a Regal Caracol on the sideboard. I could have masterminded for it. Yeah, so whatever's going on here, he could care less about this cat. He's got a naturalize, so I'm just gonna go ahead and play the cat. Hey, Bald Bull and Lawtonus. Thank you guys for the follow, and I apologize if I butchered your name as badly as I think I did. I don't want to attack into that. He's got a naturalize in his hand, so this just has to be bad, right? That's a bad sign for us. Definitely not blocking. I just don't think that wins these games either. Sandorp conversions, ho! Sure. Our binding gets a bit better, I guess. Was it ever worth offering a trade here? Probably not, because he's got Wildest Dreams, I guess. He's got one card in his hand. The card definitely does a lot of work. Guess I'll put that on top. I have enough mana someday, right? I don't think I want to use the binding still because I think it's too easy for him to have like a cast out or something for our cat and just get Gonti back. Or sorry, a cast out or something for the binding just to get Gonti back. In fact, I don't even know if the bindings and cast outs are good in this match. I just didn't really have anything else to take out for them. What do we got going on this time? Our promise? Sure. So this thing's gonna flip now. And he's got this and this. All pretty good things. Is it ever worth casting Approach there? And losing all three of the treasures? Feels like too much. I think the treasures actually have a fair value. We only have to do one treasure this turn? Or we could just draw land and not have to do any? Seems like better overall. Yeah, we're not going to mess up our math this turn, I promise. Or this time. Just realized that was mine. For some reason I didn't see owned by Searsist when it was on the other side. It's pretty nice back-to-back draws. I don't know how I messed up the math last time anyway. Alright. 7. I'm going to write 7 down on a piece of, on the notepad on the side of the screen. This accelerates getting it. This deck seems fun. I'm enjoying it. I wish I hadn't punted round 1. Playing for round 1 so bad. I've got it on a notepad. Random numbers shouldn't matter. They shouldn't matter. In theory. He draws a Lost Legacy. I guess it matters. He drew Tetsumok. I don't even think there's McAfee on my computer. I don't know how that always pops up like twice a week. He didn't attack. Why? Oh, why didn't an opponent attack? I guess it's just worth presenting. Is it worth presenting or preventing 6 damage? Yeah. I'm gonna say no. I would cast a Fumigate though, so I guess I can do that. We're geniuses. We're Stone Cold geniuses. Pass. Getting out a calculator to check your work on Pi. JK. I'm not. Yes. So in theory, approach should be 5 cards down. Because we drew a card for our turn and we drew a card for treasure. Of course, he's probably going to Lost Legacy us now. Hey, Believe TV, thank you for the follow. And considering we've already lost our Masterminds acquisition, can we even win now? Do we have an out to win now? Maybe we can win with just cats, who knows? I have 3 cats left in the deck, right? I think it's really hard to win with cats at this point in the game. Yeah, you can't choose not to with Field of Rune. You can choose not to with Settle, though. The game has definitely gotten hard now. It's gotten harder now, too. I'm imagining this game's over, but our opponent's got 6 minutes left, so I don't know if he can win the round, which really sucks to try to win like that. Hey, sweet, what's up? It's not completely over, though. We have tools. I don't even know what else in their deck. I don't think they have anything we can win with. Our one wish is gone, so we cannot win for a procession with a procession. We definitely have ways to win. Go ahead and take Vraska, I think. We've made him discard one of his convergences, but he may have another one. Like I said, I don't actually know Ali's lists, so I don't know if there's more. The Vraska was a pretty clearly good hit, though. We have more Gaunties in our deck that we may draw, so there's no reason to leave it around. The opponent apparently wants to F6. That card's kind of cool. I'm not going to play it this turn, but I think it's kind of cool. Leave up the Field of Ruin here. It's kind of like a Nombo with our Vraska, though. Yeah. Hey, Nukes, what's up? We're running the Andrew Beckstrom, the Andy Gray, black-white control / approach list. So I really want to kill his Arch, but I might have to kill this just to try to save some damage / Vraska. Like, saving Vraska feels like it's just worth it. He's going to my head. If he's going to my head, I'm definitely killing it. Do not say that, because that is not just not true. I wonder if they make tents big enough for my fat ass. So opponent can kill our next several blockers. We have to find a Fumigate or something at some point. Speak of the devil. Let's start with this. Can I sleep in your room, Loco Dope? Loco Dope does not look cuddly at all. He looks too bony to be cuddly. He's just way too bony to be cuddly. By the way, for anybody who's new here from either the Matt or the Thundermo channel, keep in mind that we stream every day of the year. We stream almost entirely standard. We stream tons of variety index. We also have a YouTube channel below the stream, links, etc. Blah blah. Nobody cares. We're just gonna time our opponent out this game and go on about our day. Or match rather. Sorry, we won game 1. What the hell is this? Some kind of X spell. Is it Wildest Dream? Oh no. It's just the biggest walking ballista. It's just the biggest walking ballista. Fair enough. Let's start with that, I guess. No cards in his hand. I think we're actually firmly ahead this game, too. Not really? Do I actually have to press OK to that every time? Come on. Hold control. Do it all at once. You know you want to. I should have used Vraska first, I guess. That way I could just press F6 right now. That's fine. He's not going to do it forever. He might do it for approximately a little under 2 minutes. Yeah, he lives in my hometown. We play at the same local game shop. He's good folk, kind of. He looks a little rough, but it's okay. He's real tiny. I ain't traveling with him. He's been in the federal prison system. I don't know where he's been. Loco Dope's the dealer to the people. I was making a joke when I said prison. Before you guys all think that he's like some felon. It was just a joke. He's got tattoos. He has to be a bad boy, right? That's the rules, isn't it? He's got a bunch of tattoos. He has to be a bad boy. I think we're just going to win this game naturally. Like, I thought we were going to time our opponent out, and I'm pretty sure he's just dead at this point. Does he talk to me? He talks to everybody. Loco Dope talks more than any human I've ever met in my life. Alright. I think we should be 2-0 right now, but we definitely punted. My mother's home. I believe that means I have Doritos. Doritos are the best, yo. Opponent. Hey, Saban. Thank you for the follow. I'm in love with a stripper. Thank you also for the follow. Highly appreciate it, guys. Or gals. Hey, what didn't I read? What did I read wrong? Don't think I can keep this. Smash Mulligan. Alright, I'll keep this hand. It has no playable cards in it, but we're Gucci. Hard pass, Rob. I will not share. As I was telling Sean yesterday, I will only share with him and Kilm, no one else. And JJ. We'll share with JJ. I like to stay fully woke. We're playing versus some weird decks tonight. So I guess this is that blue-white Flyers deck or whatever. You're fully woke. Yeah, I said blue-white, but I meant blue-red, obviously, based on the fact that he doesn't even have white mana in play. Feels like this is probably a good match for us. I did not look at the updated list. I know one like top 16 the last classic, but I did not bother to look at it. I played the one that top 16 the first classic, and like it wasn't terrible. But I felt like when I played it, I could only win matches that I drew Glorybringer, and I was like, well, hell, I can just play any deck and do that. That's nothing special. Play a deck that beats Glorybringer, or play a deck that can win when you cast Glorybringer. That's almost all of them. Thank you, Saban. Highly appreciate it. See how close his list is to the other one. I don't want that back on top of my library. Just stop it, opponent. Oh, this list is very different than the other one. The other one didn't have Rekindling Phoenix. It didn't have Chandra either, and it had, I think, a few more counter spells. I just heard a massive, thunderous bump in my home. I like that other deck, though. Like, I didn't think that other deck was bad. I was just like, like, if I have to have Glorybringer, why don't I just play a different deck? I really just wanted to land there. I did not get a land there. I guess I should wait and see what he draws before I do that scry. That is fair. He does have commit. And something that costs a lot of mana. He doesn't have creatures. We got this. He's got this thing. This thing can be annoying. I think I just want more lands. I'm gonna put a land on top. I think there's a reasonable chance that he's going to like make us shuffle things away anyway. So like hitting a land feels like it's pretty advantageous then. This is the first I've played since the new update. I've not noticed anything. Yeah, I thought he was going to make us do that. So I have like 6, 7 mana. Yeah, I'm still going to do this. There's too many braids in this deck not to do this, I think. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Kind of want to play this turn. Just go ahead and put that on the bottom. I don't know why I was counting. Like, I'm certainly not keeping that. Well, let's see what he has in his hand. He's got everything in his hand. Alright, and by everything, I mean he has nothing that I care about in his hand. I think I'm just going to take the Eversphere Harvester or the Chart a Course. The Eversphere Harvester is probably not worth taking because we have this thing. I'm just going to take Chart a Course. I don't want to make him discard any card in his hand. The game history is gone? Hey, the game history is gone. Looks like they reset the game history. That's kind of a weird bug. This is John Glenn. I don't know who John Glenn is. It's kind of weird that the game history actually is gone. Did you do anything besides be real big? I'm gonna guess not. He is an astronaut. Okay, well, I knew that. I thought you were talking about some kind of local player with a similar name. so you can get a 3-win. So we have to shuffle this one, right? We'll go ahead and draw a card then. That's a Glory Bringer. It's kind of a lot of damage this turn if we wasn't killing this thing. That's messed up. We're currently 1-1. I think we punted the round we lost, though. I think we had a legitimate chance to win that round. Might as well use this. I kind of just want to take the Chart of Course again. But, like, I guess this thing's actually brutal. Stop kidding. Well, of course. Why would he not draw that when we make him discard it? The story of my life. That was a good draw. Wait, what? Alright, so we're definitely playing this, and it's going to flip this turn. Definitely playing this. Guess I kind of butchered that. I should have drawn the card first. I should have drawn the card. I should have did the math and drew the card first. Local Pope. Well, we're not dead to Glorybringer, so I guess that's a good thing. Chart into chart. How good is that? So we just got smashed. I have to target that one whether I want to or not. Can't actually target cards with this? Did I tap one too many or did I not tap enough? I tapped one too many. Apparently I'm missing part of a chat conversation here. Guess there's no reason to attack. What's going on? What have I missed? Italy's national anthem. I don't think so. It's not a card. Yeah, it's not a card. Alright. Well, that does something here. Potentially. Can call Whirler Virtuoso? Just to gain a bunch of life? Literally just about gaining life? I'm kind of worried about Glorybringer at this point. I don't want him eating my cats per turn. I want to just go for the win. Mortal Suns, pretty decent. I think I just let him deal 5 damage to me, right? Okay, yeah. I guess he agrees because he didn't attack that turn. That was a good draw. That's probably a play mistake. I'm just kind of like playing fast right now. Should be playing slower. But the reason it was a play mistake is because, well, I guess it doesn't matter. I would have still had 7 mana for the approach had we hit it either way. So maybe it wasn't a mistake. I lost the tour championships to. Yeah, you definitely. They definitely cannot call Drake. It's got to be a card. No, I kind of. What I was saying was I didn't think I wanted to untap it because I think I wanted to attack with all of my cats without them being able to die. That was what was going through my mind. Like, was I going to untap it and like prevent the 5 damage to save a cat, or was I just going to like take the 5 damage and attack back with all the cats? That was what was. That's the reason I made that comment. That's what I was thinking about at the time. All right. I think I've caught up with Chad a little bit. And versus a blue-red deck, bindings have to be good. I feel like Profane's okay here. If we can like get past the initial wave, like cards like these have to be decent. I don't know what we need to get past the initial wave though. I don't think Gideon's very good. Gideon's Intervention. I guess that's fine. You can call Glorybringer on and he can't kill my dudes anymore. Is it almost wrong with me just to take the approaches out because I feel like I can kill him in a fair game? Guess these aren't that great. Kind of feel like I can just kill him in a fair game. One in, one out. One in, one out on what? Sorry, there's kind of a delay. Which 2 cards were you talking about at the time? Hey, T-Pool. T-Cool. Thank you for the follow. Treasure map. Treasure map's a good map. Oh, the approaches. That's probably fun. Hmm. I don't know if this was worth it because I don't plan on activating and I plan on probably just casting Doomball. Treasure map is a sweet map. So no Whirler Virtuoso would feel pretty good here. Immediately punished for just not playing this on turn 2. El punished, I say. Rip. That's a good one. It doesn't do anything else, I guess. Could have a problem here if he has Glorybringer this turn. Could have a problem here if he has a lot of things. Another Whirler Virtuoso. So the card that we say we hope he doesn't have, he has 2. Guess this prevents 4 damage, whereas the Vraska's Contempt wouldn't. But like maybe that's bad because he can now just get froggy with other things. I messed up. I was supposed to scry him up, keep this turn. Play mistake. I don't know if it matters, but it was still a mistake. Second negate. Pretty strong here. In fact, the removal spell kills me. The shock also kills me. It's not good enough. Need like a fumigate or a settle. Alright, we have enough mana to use this one too, I guess. It's another cat. I guess we keep cat. Feel like cat keeps us in another turn, maybe? Oh no, cat was just a bad player, right? I guess cat keeps us alive if he has nothing. But he probably has Glorybringer at this point. It's just will he hit the land and will it be untapped? Sweet, wasn't untapped. So we have to block these. Guess I could have just blocked one, but so how much mana do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4. And then we have 1, 2, 3. We can't cycle? We'll probably still do this. Oh, cool. It's the same card. What can we do now? Anything? We have to hit exactly settle now? I think we have to hit exactly settle now, and he'll not have a counter spell. Should have cycled and not played a land. Because if I'd cycled and hit an untapped land, we would have got a second draw. Should have cycled before I played this land. I don't think Baffling End does anything. Yeah, Baffling End doesn't do anything. Maybe it does. If he doesn't have Glorybringer, I guess we're still just dead. Sure. Still just dead. No out. He's got 3 cards in his hand, though. He definitely has a Glorybringer. The way the game played out, I feel like we would have won that game on the play, but I'm not sure. Maybe these cards are just good. Maybe I can't afford to get rid of any removal spells. I just want to take this card out of my deck. I think it's too slow. I don't ever want to draw 2 of those either. Hmm. What is this little dude? This is a bad sign. We'll not kill 1 spell. We have to hit an actual million lands. Yeah, I'd rather just keep this hand. This hand feels like it's a lot better than that hand. We had like double white and double black spells in our opening hand, and we only had 1 of each color. So like we weren't particularly close to even casting our spells if we hit them. Well, that's not a great sign. He didn't play a 2-drop, and we have this Fatal Push. Of course. Why wouldn't you have that card? Like how I don't have a stop there, and I didn't press F6, yet it still made me stop. That's insane. Like I literally don't have a stop there, and it still made me skip my phase. Probably not beating the double chart. But who knows? Yeah, but now they've had double chart. They'll probably just have the negate. Well, maybe they won't. Or maybe they have a negate and another Glorybringer. We can't beat that. Yeah. It looks like their hand just matches up perfectly with what we had. Still die to commit. 2 hazards and a Pia. I feel like your opponent probably made some kind of questionable life choice in one of those games. Oh, do they really have commit? I'd be salty. If we got committed there, I'd be real salty. So he didn't play any more spells, so this is just not going to resolve. I was wrong. I was wrong. It's just worse than I thought. Yeah, I'm definitely going to take 2 if he's just attacking for 2. Hey, Celtics Banner. Thank you for the follow. Alright, I'll keep that. So you got 2 cards in hand? Locust God. Well, that probably kills us. Luckily, they're not using that mountain to deal an extra damage to us, though. Untapped land wouldn't be bad here. Approach. Just die if we play approach, right? We die by like 1,000,000 if we play approach. We don't have enough mana to play the cat and to settle, so we just kind of have to hold up to settle and hope. Though I don't know how we beat Lotus God in this spot. Surprised opponent didn't attack for lethal last turn? Was like they could have. Guess I should have took white there. Just don't have an out here at all. Does that do anything? No. Makes a 4-4 at the end of his turn, a bunch of 4-4s next turn. That just doesn't do anything. Alright, so we dead. Didn't have an out. Our outs, they make a play mistake. Definitely dead here. Just have to make 2 Lotuses and we have no counterplay to it at all. We don't even have to make 2 if they just attack with the god, it works as well. Alright, well, we're dead. Wouldn't have expected to lose that match. That match felt real easy. I'm actually kind of surprised. I guess it says we're 0-2. We've won a round, damn it. Don't sell us short. Can we keep this hand? This hand seems too bad to keep, but I'm going to keep it anyway, mostly for science. Oh, mono red. Obviously, that's why we'd be playing versus when I keep this hand. Does in fact look like a Backstreet Boy. You're not telling a lie. I'm pretty sure that we're dead on board now. Like, I just don't think we can win this game. His hand would have to be extremely bad for us to make a comeback from here. There's step 1, I guess. Neither of those cards are particularly good to call. Have to get rid of the Planeswalker. We can call Hazard with this thing. Oh, great. Cool, he's got another Planeswalker. 1 mana Planeswalkers are the best. It's going to be the best Gideon's intervention ever. And it's still not going to be good. I guess we'll keep that. Maybe that's our out. A rather unfortunate sight. Watch us just destroy his clock. We got this. What's he going to do now? Oh. That's right. He's going to cast more spells. We've now lost our 1 answer to Hazoret 2 that we have in our current hand. So dropping to 2 life and praying that we hit an untap land. A lot of tap lands in our deck. And we're dead. Definitely want this. Oh god, if there was ever a time for this card, it's now. Actually, kind of a big fan of both of these cards in this match as well. I'm going to get rid of everything remotely slow. I think you're kind of slow. I think you're kind of slow. What in the hell can we sideboard out? Like, every card we have seems reasonable. I think you're worse than the binding. To discard 4 more cards? Is it just treasure maps? Could just be treasure maps. It's a 27 land deck, and they already have like a bunch of Abrades we're probably not sideboarding out. Just realized we're playing a 27 land deck. Cruise is slow. What was Cruise? What was Cruise? I don't know which card Cruise is. I'm too stupid to think of it on the top of my head. Compass is slow, but you can at least play it on 7 mana, right? Cruise. Gotta go find the deck list so I can look up what Cruise is. No card called Cruise in the deck, is there? Well, 3 fatal pushes if there was ever... Oh, treasure map. Yeah, gotcha. Okay, fair. If there was ever a time you wanted to draw 3 fatal pushes, it has to be this match, right? Whoops, I meant to do it during the attack step. I just wasn't paying enough attention. That was my fault. But whatever. I'm discarding that card. It's not much of a difference. Lightning Strike, Hazard, Chandra, Crasher. Ugh. Feel like we have to take the Chandra. This is the one card that our hand can't ever deal with. And like next turn we can at least Fatal Push a Crasher. It could have been worse. Hey, Dan. Wasn't a bad draw. Now we have something that we can call, or hit with the other Crasher with. We kind of know opponent's hand at the moment. I don't think it's particularly good, Murph. Like, I played a lot of tokens, but my tokens lists were very different than Matt, so, like, maybe that changes the matchup enough. I don't know. But, like, in my previous testing, I didn't have much luck. So we're one land away from being able to at least draw extra cards, but we know he has at least one lightning strike in his hand. So we're like kind of setting at 9 life right now. Our opponent's not really did anything this game, and he is slaughtering us currently. He had a Hazoret, right? We just have to call Hazoret because he had Hazoret. This deck does have approach, yes. Yeah. You don't even need a hidden stockpile and you can win with that hand. I've thought about Esper Approach a little bit, but like I really just think the mana's not very good. Yeah, getting lower. Like I'm one of these people that's super afraid of mana. There's an approach. Assuming we don't die somehow, that should be enough. In theory, depending on what his next couple draws are. So 7 cards down. We have to find 7 before he finds 9. We have to find 7 draw steps before he draws 9. Moment of Craving is really good in these matches. That is definitely not untrue. So we know it's 6 cards down now. 5 cards down. Four. Three. That's actually kind of nice. So, and this one should be it. Okay, we counted drought this game. Alright, so we decided the compass was a little too slow, maybe? Maybe the compass is too slow? I can see that. Try to cast out again. Maybe bring in one of these. The rune's probably not the best. Eh. We'll cut a land down to 26, maybe? Opponent left lightning strikes in. That means they probably didn't leave Abrades in. Because you probably don't have room for lightning strikes, Abrades, and shocks, right? So does that mean it's safe to bring these back in, or are they just too slow now? I feel like it's safe to bring those back in. Don't run any? Huh. Really feels like it's safe to bring those in. Don't think I want Lost Legacy. Yeah, most of them run 4 Lightning Strikes, 2 Abrades, and 4 Shocks, but like they have to sideboard some things out, right? Like they're not going to have all of those post board. And if he still has Strike and Shock post board, that means he probably and Soulscar Mage, that means he probably chose to sideboard out Abrade. And if he sideboarded out Abrade, does that mean Treasure Map's playable? It's still really slow, like Dan said, so that's why I'm considering it instead of just doing it. This card's probably just good enough to keep, right? Oh, maybe the map's just too slow. I'll try this, I guess. Just bring in 3 more removal spells. Or, sorry, 4 removal spells over them. Is this hand keepable? We have 2 7-drops, but we have an authority and a courtyard? I want to keep this hand. If this was blue-white approach, I would 100% keep because like the match is that bad. But is this match that bad? I don't know if this match is that bad. Like this is an easy keep if you're playing blue-white approach. So it depends on how bad that I think the black-white matchup is. I'm not sure that I think this matchup is bad. I think we might be in okay versus him. And if we're okay versus him, I think we ship. Now, I realize the negatives to the deck is trying to decide how important an authority is. Like, is a random 6 with no authority better than like a bad 7 with an authority? Because when you're playing blue-white approach, a bad 7 with an authority is better than a random 6. I think this deck's good enough that we can mulligan. I think we can mulligan this one. Can't keep that, unfortunately. It still has the shocks in. $17 damage before he even has an attack step. Oh, wow. Opponent's hand is ultra weak. What in the world do they keep? Just like a whole bunch of burn spells? There's no real reason to wait for it to attack. So the opponent just kept like a million burn spells. Rekindling Phoenix, Hazoret, Glorybringer. Um, all of our removal removes things from the game, so like Phoenix versus Hazoret doesn't seem like it matters too much. But guess he can block better with Hazoret? I don't know. Kind of want to take the Phoenix. And just like Gideon's intervention to Hazoret, maybe? I don't think it really matters which we do. Like, I'm more worried about the Phoenix killing us later than I am the Hazoret killing us later. Maybe we should have took Glorybringer. Taking Glorybringer might have been better. Because now the Regal Caracal is much worse, right? Maybe we should have just took Glorybringer. And not worried about it. Celestial Colonnade's like 25 ticks or something. So we're down to 9. He's got one Glorybringer in his hand. Alright, well, we have to play this. Can steal his blocker if he doesn't play anything this turn and attack. Alright, we got the match. They kept a burn heavy hand, which I don't really understand because I sideboard out almost all my burn spells in matches like this. And got punished for it. Alright, well, playing for the pity chest, though I still think I punted game 1 or around match 1. Don't know how I kind of lost the other match we lost. Like, I felt really favored in that match, and I don't think we made that bad of decisions, and then we just lost. But I'm almost confident that I punted round 1 pretty badly. I feel like we'd be doing a lot better with this deck if we were winning some dice rolls. I'm going to keep this. Again, it's a pretty weak opening hand, but like versus a lot of decks, we really want that cast out. This being one of them. There's no drought. There's no Fetid Pools decks that you really discard your cast out in versus. This match has to be incredibly hard. I lost to blue-red favorable wins. That was the match that kind of confused me. I'm not actually sure how I lost that match. I don't know what I did wrong. Like, I felt pretty good. I felt like we had good draws, and then like the games weren't actually even close. And then the other match I lost was round 1 versus Black Green Snake. And again, like, I know how I punted game 1. Like, I understand how I punted that game. I don't know what happened game 2, but like I felt really strong that match, or really ahead that match as well. Scarab. Maybe I use these in the wrong order because there's more Scarabs in this deck than they are Chandras typically. A lot of these decks play between 1 and 2 Chandras at this point. Novi's a good player, though. Did it say what his record was? He probably has Supreme Will in his deck, so I'm not sure that it's actually even worth it to just slam an approach that we can't protect from the Supreme Will. But maybe that's just wrong. Maybe I'm supposed to just slam it and not care. I think it's too easy just to get 10 mana, though, and not care about one spell. I wasn't actually worried about taking 4 damage at all, and I wanted to get the Landfin out of the deck. Alright, so he had a really bad draw, apparently a lot of removal spells or whatever. Maybe he doesn't have counter spells in his main deck, who knows. Procession has to be really good in this match. I feel like Gonti and Ixalan's Binding are pretty good in this match as well. I feel like Immortal Sun's pretty strong. I'm not sure about the Duresses. I hate cats. I hate cats with a heartbeat. I don't want any creatures that they can Scarab God. That's my thought process about sideboarding out the cats. I just do not want to get Scarab Godded. Approaches stay. Getting his intervention's fine. Like all the enchantments are fine. Maybe Gonti's just bad for the same principle then. No, I don't think we have to do that. We've got Doomfalls and potentially 4 Duresses. I think I'd rather have a Duress than the 1 card. I don't think we need all of these. I just don't think we need all of these early spells. I think I want at least some of the Duresses. I don't know if we want all 4. I think we want some. We want a few answers to like Glint Siphoner or I think we want a few answers to Glint Siphoner. And what you call it? What's the other card called? Whirler Virtuoso, Gonti, stuff like that. But I don't think we want a bunch. I think we're going to put maybe 1 approach in the sideboard to try to mastermind for. Baffling can't be that bad, right? Like it kills Whirler Virtuoso as well. Seems like it's better than Fatal Push. Or as good as Fatal Push. I don't know, maybe Fatal Push is better. Fatal Push can get Phoenix. Well, it can get the Phoenix itself too because of the Fielder Runes. I think we're going to do it like this. We've got 1 approach in our deck, and then 1 mastermind to try to refine the approach later. This hand's fine. Deck seems pretty fun so far, but like I still just like blue-white better. They could have Bloodfast or Search, so I think I'd rather just Duress on 1. Alright. Opponent tapped nice card when we played Approach. After I complimented opponent, he gets salty. That's just rude. Oh, you like the Esper? I've not actually saw the Esper. That was a good draw. Target opponent exiles a creature he or she controls. It looks like we know what we're doing for the next several turns. We've not got paired versus control yet, no. This is the most controlling thing we've been paired versus. And it's not super controlling. See, we got paired versus Snakes, Blue Red Favorable wins, This Thing, Mono Red, and the four color Ollie and Tralsy control deck, which I guess is technically a control deck, but not what you were asking, I don't think. Hey, this thing can go get an approach. That's a good card to put in the graveyard. No, don't draw another one of those. We don't have answers to the Scarab now. So he didn't have the land for the Scarab, or he wouldn't put that in the graveyard, I don't think. And now we're in trouble because we have to find the answer for this if he plays it. We get 2 looks at it, though. What do we have in our graveyard that we can get with the Mastermind? Nothing. Just nothing. We have nothing in our graveyard we can get with the Mastermind. Wonderful. Is that a good draw, folks? I hear this is a good card in this match. Andrew Beckstrom, it was a 5-0 list. What a lucky idiot you are has been called. What a lucky idiot you have been called. You gotta love that. You just can't hate that. Oh, I made a play mistake here. I was supposed to leave the Field of Runes untapped, but that's okay. Well, I'm glad to know that we're a lucky idiot. He can still win from here. He can like Gauntier enchantment removal. He can get 9 mana. He can overtax this card. Like, there's things he can do. He can just beat us with planeswalkers like Nicobolas or something. There's definitely things he can do. That's kind of an interesting one. I kind of want to take that just to get rid of his Search for Azcanta, but we already have a Field of Runes. Maybe it's worth it to get rid of his Champion of Wits here. I'm just not going to keep it. I don't think casting Duress here actually does anything. I'd rather keep my mana up. Actually, it probably does something. We get to keep our mana up either way. You can definitely win this game. I guess I'm still supposed to use this. need a hub this turn, so we know he has these in hand. That's a good one. That's an okay one even. He's got 9 energy, so. Not the happiest in the world right now. Opponent has a lot of nice things going on. He's just going to make 3 things. Kind of tapped that wrong. But it's whatever. I get hit for 7 this turn. 8-9 with this. He's definitely a favorite to win this game. We could just give him 2 activations from this instead and hold up Profane. I don't know if it's worth it to hold up Profane. We'd have to lose a treasure. Ouch. Ouch, 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 ouch. I guess I'm just going to kill this. I don't think we're going to win this game. Yeah, but let him do his activation first. That way he has to shuffle bad cards back in. Or that way it doesn't inform his decision. So he gets to play that Scarab God now. Gets to get a Glorybringer back. Yeah, we're just slaughtered this game. I don't think there's anything we can really even do. That'd be step 1. I don't know if that step's even good enough. Not conceding. I'm ahead on clock and everything. And like, we're not dead. We could draw Fumigate into some stuff maybe. There's no other creatures to buy back with the Scarabs, so like, we're not dead. We're just in bad shape. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We could just exile 2 things here. Worry about this next turn. Probably the best thing we can do. Alright. I think that's the best thing we can do. We're not dead to Chandra yet. We can hit a cast out or a binding. Thank you, Vantonian. Appreciate it. We have 5 answers in the deck, or 6 to Chandra. I forget how many, to be honest. Card's actually really good here. Oh, he done damage to me. I'm excited about him doing damage to me. Alright, so we're definitely going to start with this. Well, I don't. Alright. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I actually have enough mana. We definitely only have one chance to draw it though. And we're dead if we miss. And we missed. Well, that's unfortunate. I think we went pretty deep to miss. Sure, ask away. Ask away. I definitely thought we were going to win that game, and we didn't actually come very close, did we? Maybe these are good enough? I don't want the Gonti because of the Scarab God problem. Mostly because of Scarab God. Like your hard matches are your hardest matches are already the matches like Red Deck wins and stuff who has a braid and shouldn't be sideboarding a braid out versus you because you have the potential of having Gear Hulk or like Regal Caracal post board. So like I felt like it was a liability and too much mana versus those matches. And then versus all the other matches in the deck, I feel like if they can like Essence Scatter or like kill a Gear Hulk with a Death Toucher or like get it out of your hand in some other manner, like say you have to find the land and you're like milling it to your own Search for Azcanther, or like in any of those situations, like they can just play a Scarab God towards the late game, and because it can get a Torrential Gearhulk back, it doubles their negates. So it basically gives them additional negates. I thought it was okay too at the time. So he cast a Profane Procession and just like died pretty easily that game. I wonder if whatever. Just gonna bring in all the discard spells, I think. You don't. What were you talking about? Are you talking about the blue-white list? I don't know what you're actually responding to. All right, we'll keep this. This hand's like very bad, but I don't think we can mulligan it. I think I've gotten confused in the conversation at some point. Sorry, there's like kind of a delay in the chat, so like sometimes I don't quite understand what we're talking about. Yeah, and then him hitting the spells after that was pretty darn good. I still think it's right to have the Duresses in the deck, though. Man, like, I don't know. I'm terrified of that card. I feel like it's one of the only ways they consistently beat decks like ours. I'm just going to go ahead and play this. If he has a negate, he's got a negate. We have too few discard spells, and I don't want to have to be pulling negates out of his hands with them anyway. Gideon used to be in it, and like it sometimes gets played, or I sometimes play Gideon based on what the meta is at the time. I just don't think the meta's in a good spot for Gideon either at the moment. I think I think it's like pretty medium versus all the Vraska Contempt decks, which I think is just such a large percentage of the meta. Because it's the fact that it's not if you can deal with it. Like he can just wait till 9 mana, play it, and get the cat that turn. It doesn't matter if I dealt with it; he still has the cat. Like he doesn't just have to play it on 5. If he just had to play it on 5, that would be one thing. But he doesn't just have to play it on 5. He can wait and play it later and like get the cats then. If there was a way to guarantee, or if we had like a bunch of counter spells and like we knew we wasn't tapping out, um, like maybe we would consider it. But like, I don't know, just getting 9 mana and being able to smash is great. Like I typically don't play my Scarab Gods until 9 mana anyway. I have no idea what he's playing here. Doomfall. Reveal my hand? Sure. Yeah, he can get a lot of things with this Gonti that are great. Um, they're not enough versus Mono Red. Mono Red is still our worst match by a pretty considerable margin, even. Um, however, the other cards don't really help that much. Like Sunscourge Champion's just not that great in that match. Opponent is just mad and scoops. I'm not actually sure why. So we'll link him our Twitch chat. Like, if he won last game, I don't understand how we're in much of a worse shape this game. Like, we hit a treasure map. He's like, alright, I'm done. Such a lucky effing idiot. Okay, whatever. Anyway. Alright, so one of our opponents got mad and rage quit versus us. That's fine. He's allowed to. I recognize his name too. Like, he's definitely a guy who plays a lot, so it's kind of interesting that he would have that negative reaction. This is definitely kind of interesting that he'd have that negative of a reaction. Vant, though, I've not figured out how to beat the mono red match with that deck. If you can figure out how to consistently beat mono red without weakening your deck versus other decks to a point that it's not reasonable, I would love to find out. I've gone as far as having like, there was a time where I had 4 authorities, there was a time that I had 4 authorities, 4 regal caracals, 2 Ixalan's bindings, and 2 Sunscourge champions, and I was just bringing in 12 cards in the match, plus an Essence Scatter in my sideboard, so I was bringing in 13 cards in the match, and I still was just losing to red. I have no idea how to beat that match. That's one of the reasons that I don't think blue-white... That's one of the reasons that you'll hear on my videos me say that I don't consider blue-white approach a deck at the moment. Because like 20 to 25% of the field in my testing has been like mono-red or, you know, like the black-red variants, like, or Mardu, you know, like that aggro variant. And I don't think anything that we can do actually beats them. I've been toying around with trying 4 Baffling Ends. But like they've not been particularly well either. Oh, did he? He done that same stuff to buttons? That's kind of interesting. It could be, Dan. Like I said, I've certainly not figured that out. I've tried multiple things. There was a time where I had no authorities in the sideboard, and I was playing things like Impeccable Timing and like a Force Settle and Sorcerous Spyglass and stuff. But this was when Remunap Runes, Chandra, and Hazoret, and prior to Rekindling Phoenix, and like those weren't even doing enough for me. Um, the last build I tried. Where's the last build I tried? This is the last build I tried on stream, and we had, after the sideboard, we had 4 Baffling Ends, and like it didn't even feel like enough. Authority feels to me like the single best card you can have versus mono red, but like they're terrible in multiples and they're terrible in the mid and the late game. So like it's like kind of really hard just to like jam 4 of them in your deck. 3's even a lot, but like not having it seems kind of weird. Um, yeah, you showed up late, Silent. And like we're up to 4 essence scatters in this build of the deck as well. That's one thing that I'm thinking about trying, like maybe moving up to the Force Settle and maybe moving a Fumigate to the sideboard. Because definitely Force Settles is probably one of the... GG, JJ, and thank you so much again for the massive 6,150 bits. It's super appreciative. I actually removed a sensor in this last build because I'd been sideboarding them out a lot versus the non-red decks. Like, I pretty much only want them versus aggro. I think they're kind of bad versus blue-black. I think they're kind of bad versus Grixis. I think they're kind of bad versus the blue-black chart, the course mid-range deck, as well as like the big control deck. But that could be wrong. Like, this is just something I toyed with and it didn't go particularly well. The biggest problem that I think about the Effort Thief is it's kind of okay to block with, but I generally don't lose to their early creatures. I can typically stabilize versus their early creatures, and then like they finish me off with a Hazard or a Glorybringer or a Rekindling Phoenix or something, and like it doesn't match up well with that. And like we have plenty enough stuff already to like interact with the early state of the game. It's just we have problems beating their later stages of the game. It's primarily for just like the Drowned Catacomb matches. Like I think versus all the Drowned Catacomb matches, like Anna's Kanta's the single best card in your deck. It doesn't matter whether they're Grixis, whether they're Chart, whether they're straight control, and like most of those decks now are going up to like 3 and 4 Field of Runes. So like drawing 2 search is rarely bad, and drawing 3 search and is often very good. The way I look at it is like if there's games that I want to draw 3 of them, like a lot of games that I would want to draw 3 of them, like I'll play 4 in a deck, and I think it comes up pretty often. Like it's kind of, you know, drawing it early in the game is important. So like anytime that you're on the play and you just resolve it on turn 2, you feel like you've won. Being able to dodge duress because you have multiples important. Being able to beat a Field of Runes important. Being able to beat a counterspell if you draw it in the mid game. It just feels like it's important. Like I consider this the single best card in the deck. Like I wouldn't even play a Glacial Fortress deck if this wasn't a card. But like I said, I could be biased. Like I'm absolutely obsessed with this deck. It's my favorite card in Magic, so I'm willing to believe that I'm absolutely biased. But I've probably played several thousand Blue White Approach matches at this point, and I felt like it's been worth it. Anyway, let me do the outro for the green black or for the white blacklist for those who care, since like I'm definitely done for tonight. So this was Andrew Beckstrom's list. It's not our list, so I don't know why he has some cards and why he doesn't have other cards. Overall, it felt pretty strong. We didn't really get paired versus any control decks, but the red deck felt reasonable. The Grixis match felt reasonable, and that's having reasonable matchups in those already is already a good starting point, I think. I wouldn't mind to have like a second Masterminds Acquisition in the deck though, because like there was several games versus the black decks where we were sideboarding out one approach to still give us some protection versus Lost Legacy, and then they just like the rest our Master's Mind or something. So I wouldn't mind to have a second Masterminds Acquisition in the 75, but overall I really like the deck. Treasure Map's amazing. Formatic Compass was insane in this deck. The Gideon Intervention, which was a card at the beginning of the tournament I thought was going to be bad, was actually pretty relevant. Like overall, I enjoyed this build. I would play this deck again. I think the only change I would make is a second acquisition either in the main deck or the sideboard. That is fair, and I often sideboarded out versus aggro decks, which is why the last copy of it's in my sideboard, not in the main deck. I also don't think it's that bad in multiples, because like I said, all the matches where you draw it, all the matches where you truly want the card and like want the card early, like they just have tons of answers to search for Azcanta. They have negates, they have counter spells, they have Field of Runes. Like, they have Duresses. Like, it's just easy. It's pretty easy to want to have 2 copies of them in those matches. Hey, Boot, not a lot, man. You just missed a stream. We literally just finished up and are having a little bit of a chat before I jump out here and find somebody to host. But yeah, so I have to thank JJ for the massive bit donation. I have to thank Thundermo for the big host. Keep in mind that if you guys don't know, I guess I should put it back on the deck that we actually played tonight. If you guys don't know who I am Searsist. Hi, I stream every single day. I stream 90% of my streams at standard. Every now and then we'll do like a throwback thing, like I'm considering doing a Pharaoh's draft. But for the most part, we do mostly standard decks. We do a lot of variety of decks, a lot of decks we haven't tested, so we're like learning on the fly. And as Parliament just posted, we do have a Twitter where you can see every time we go live, and a YouTube where you can see almost all of our past broadcasts. Which means later tonight there'll be a Green Red Monsters YouTube video going up where I got absolutely smashed. You shouldn't bother to watch it. Like, I just lost every round. Don't watch it, but I'm still going to post it because if I don't post it, people will accuse me of not posting the streams when I do bad. So I want to post all streams. But yeah, we got slaughtered in it. It was ridiculous. I think I'm going to host Z Magic tonight. He's playing Modern. We don't like Modern, but nobody that I really watches online, so we give OZ Magic. We have not got paired versus it. We've only played 5 matches, but between the Duresses and the Doomfalls and the Profane Processions, I actually think it'd be an okay match. I think it'd be really hard for them to beat us when we have these Profane Processions. If they're playing the builds with a bunch of deserts, maybe they can mill us out or whatever, but I think it would be hard for them to beat us with damage. I do not know where that last card is for the sideboard. Like, where's that? Oh, wait, it's way over here. That's weird. But I think it'd be hard for Blue-Black to beat us with damage. But if they're playing the desert build, it'd probably be pretty easy for them to mill us with Rivulets. I don't know, maybe we can get like 19 mana or something and just like cast an approach, or like cast like 3 or 4 Duresses and approach on one turn. I'm not sure. It would definitely be an interesting matchup. But anyway, Gideon's intervention or disallows. Yeah. That's true. It depends on when they play them and how they play them. But anyway, I'm out of here. I'm going to go... Not actually sure what I'm going to go do. I'm going to go do something. I don't know, Murph. I'm still a big fan of the card. I have milled quite a few people out. Blue-Black would probably be favored. I would imagine that, but I think it'd be hard for them to actually beat us in damage. I guess they have Nezahal out of their sideboard now. Maybe Nezahal can? Yeah, there's a lot less blue-white decks in the field right now, but that's all going to change after Grand Prix Memphis and Drakehaven breaks out. Like, Drakehaven and Godpharaoh's Gifts are going to make their comeback. Anyway, take care, everybody. Actually, I'm going to host my friend. And by friend, I mean casual acquaintance. This guy doesn't even play Magic. Go troll him for me. He's apparently really good at the game he does play, though. Thank you, Dan. Thank you for the follow. Take care, everybody, and I'm going to give this guy the thrill of his life by giving him a large host.